It's gonna get rich. It's gonna get rich. It's gonna get rich. It's gonna get rich.
Mad money popping out the register. It's going out hot. Some in this metaverse. Bankroll, get the loot and the tender. There's no contender. I am the spender. Capital, cabbage, chips and change. Agua, soil, roots and veins. Keeping it tight. Tricks of the
This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. This is a one-and-done trip for Minnesota before going back to their Timberwolves fans up in Minneapolis. And, of course, Precious Achiuwa. And it's our first glimpse of him looking good in his new Timberwolves jersey.
And as you were mentioning, I mean, that trade has this team buzzing. You can see it in the warm-up line, how loose and confident they look now with him on that roster.
There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Now, here's Vassell. Just 4 to shoot. From outside, off the mark. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. It's a 3-point game. Here's Okongwu.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. The Timberwolves with a quick start to this game. Latrey. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. It's been a slow start here for Oklahoma City. If you mention the best players in the NBA, Doris, you have to mention Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. How's he made the leap so fast?
Yeah, Kevin, this is an interesting growth and development story because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has shocked everybody. He can get to any spot on the floor. He's one of the most relentless drivers in the game. You have to respect his three-point threat, which balances out that dribble drive game, and he's willing to compete defensively. Sky is the limit for this young man.
That's the third straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And Weber throws it down.
Well, you see that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an excellent decision maker, such a dependable catalyst for this offense.
Now here's Jones. Here's Okongwu. And he banks in the layup. Okongwu's now got 9.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. One guy who now seems to be a perennial MVP candidate, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Doris. He is rocketing up the charts.
He is, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. He can consistently put 30 on you like it's absolutely nothing. He gives you everything else as well, including incredible leadership and great teammate skills.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time, and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down hard and nasty.
Boy, that SGA dunk was right out of the highlight reel. Woo!
Okongwu a screen. And the shot goes in. Tatum's got his second basket of the night.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
To the wing on the left. Here's Sabonis. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Boy, you cannot give Sabonis this kind of advantage. He's got the kind of touch and focus necessary to score it.
Here's Tatum. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Weber throws it down.
And how about Weber there rising up for the alley-oop? Great at recognizing there. He's got the room to hammer that one home.
Here's Okongwu. Pass to Brown. And here is Tatum. Lets a floater go. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on Weber.
Jason Tatum continues to emerge, guys, as one of the most elite players on both ends. We know on the offensive end he's a dangerous 3-level scorer. He's also capable of locking you up defensively.
And so Tatum nails them both. Thunder trailing by 5. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Melton. They get it again. Right side, Sabonis. Just 5 on the clock. Second shot opportunity. And the layup is up and in. Sabonis has got his second bucket.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
It's been all about Okongwu for Minnesota. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter.
The Timberwolves, 17.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Timberwolves, what do you guys think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Got a piece of it. And stolen by Vassell. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Boy, the length of SGA. Get off your feet, young fella.
Here's Tatum. The kick out to Brown. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Count that one.
But this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Kicks it out to Gordon. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Screen by Zubac. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Here's Bridges. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Bridges got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And we see, as in baseball doors, the introduction of the pitch timer to increase the pace of play. Do you think the NBA is taking notice of that?
What I know, Kevin, unequivocally is the NBA is in a constant state of monitoring its product and how can it make it more fan-friendly. The only criticism to me that's redundant is the pace of reviews. And the league is trying to streamline that to the best of their ability.
Pass to Weber. And Weber throws it down.
And Weber, just tremendous size in the paint. Easily rising up to take that one home.
Inside. Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Now, here's Bridges. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Norman Powell.
Well, they're playing with fire, putting Mikal Bridges on the free throw line. This guy's so comfortable at the charity stripe.
Doris, when you think of Mikal Bridges, what comes to mind?
The fact that he is available almost every single night, that you can count on him to bring great defensive intensity. He's become a legitimate threat from three-point territory, and now all of a sudden he's adding some ball skills. Mikal Bridges gets better every single year.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Love that attitude, growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. Over in the corner, Zubac. Back to Dinwiddie. Clock at 6. Screen by Zubac. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Count it. And it's a 6-point Timberwolves lead.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Here's Dinwiddie. And it's Melton with the rebound.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that really scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
And Sabonis drops them both.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Outside Dumars. Okongwu a screen. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Sabonis inside. And it's all evened up. Sabonis has got 8.
Always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
Outside Tatum. Oh, Tatum won't be denied. Here's Vassell. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Vassell's got the lead up to 1 now for the Thunder. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's the Thunder. They lead by 1. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for Oklahoma City. They lead by 1. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Weber. Three-pointer. The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Thunder. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Over in the corner, Brown. Back to Okongwu. Now Dumars. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. 4 on the clock. Here's Tatum. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. That's 10 points for Jason Tatum.
You see Jason Tatum doesn't get hurried under duress of the clock. Just trusts in his ability to make shots.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Pass to Weber. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Minnesota on D, trailing by 4. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
There's so many ways Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can create for this offense. He's becoming one of the top scorers in the game.
There's the pick. Here's Tatum. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Substitution for your Thunder.
And here's Weber. 8 points for him. Over to the wing. 6 to shoot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And how unique is Weber? A smooth shooting big man with some sick handles.
He's perfect from the line this time. Timberwolves trailed by 6. Tatum on the wing. 12 points for him. Okongwu a screen. Outside Tatum. From outside the arc. The 3 is drilled by Tatum.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never waned.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. They set the screen. Puts it up from 12. He misses the mark. He's now 6 of 8. The Thunder leading by 3. Vassell outside. Weber outside. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Comfortable operating close inside. Weber sizing up the defense there and understands how to finish.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Bridges got 5.
Oh, Mikal Bridges with the big-time strength on that finish.
Outside Dumars. That 3 off the mark. The Thunder with the lead. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Big group substitution now for Minnesota.
Substitution on the court.
Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. That falls. Nice feed that time from Sabonis. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 9 now for Oklahoma City. Here's Dumars. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. But boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket, and watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
You know what else has been important is they've been focused and they have gotten themselves to the line, made their free throws, doing all the little things.
On the wing, Walker. Back to Dumars. Hells with the steal. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good with the elbow jump. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Timberwolves trailed by 11.
I got yours.
Now Dinwiddie. And a Zubac atop the key. Just 3 to shoot. Over Sabonis. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough.
The Timberwolves, 38.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. 11-point game. Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Jason Tatum is a thirsty scorer, and right now filling it up.
Here's Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Gordon a screen. Lob pass to Gordon. And stolen by Tatum. On the wing, Jones. Shoots over Vassell. Jones, no luck.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Hey, Greg, since getting traded in 2023, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have exploded.
Yeah, Bridges, the main piece of that deal, sending Kevin Durant to the Suns. Mikal scored 26 a game down the stretch for Brooklyn that year, taking his game to another level.
Okongwu a screen. Tatum. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
We know that Jason Tatum is a gamer. This guy willing to take punishment on his way to the cup.
It's safe to say Jason Tatum is a bona fide superstar.
He certainly is, Kevin, and really been a big-time star from the time he was 23 years old. Lots of pressure on this young player, but Jason's not only embraced it, he's thrived under it.
The three is good, and he got fouled in the act of shooting. This could turn into a 4-point play.
That's a huge three-pointer. He'd love to become a go-to guy for them here in crunch time.
Yeah, and when he gets going, he adds another dimension to their offense that can make a huge difference when the game's on the line.
Grabber outside. And that time, also a missed shot. Timberwolves trailed by 4. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. The coach told his players, hey, they're feeling the pressure over there. Keep pressing, keep fighting. They're starting to crack. Now let's get this game even, guys.
Thank you, David. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Pass to Okongwu. And here is Brown, defended by Bridges. Bridges with the steal. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets it to go.
Oh, sizzling from the field this half, and that's after a shaky start.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Timberwolves trailed by 7. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And it's Vassell with the foul. That's his first foul.
And still early in the period, and they're only one foul away from being over the limit.
Okongwu with it. Here's Dumars. It's hauled in by Gordon. It's tipped. Tatum gets it inside.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Oklahoma City leading by 5. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Grabber outside. Five to shoot. To the paint. Here's Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Mikal showing off a bit of verticality on that finish.
The screen from Brown. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Tatum. No good on that one. Good D by Weber. And Weber throws it down.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
The screen from Brown. Here's Tatum. Chris Weber comes up with a rebound. The Thunder with the lead. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. In the corner, it's Bridges. Gordon a screen. To the middle. And it's Vassell in the corner. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Knocks down the 3-ball. And it's a 12-point Oklahoma City lead.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Thunder.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
And now Minnesota on the fast break. It's good.
Assist from.
There's 42 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Minnesota with the rebound.
Disappointing day for them. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
Beyond the arc. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And so it's Walker with it who brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 10. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.